The Gauteng Transport Department has been conducting site inspections at the scene of a partial bridge collapse on Hendrick Potgieter Road in Roodepoort. It follows days of heavy rain and flooding in western parts of the province. A section of the road between Johan and Van Staden streets has been closed as assessments take place. Transport MEC Kedibone Diale-Tlabela says they're working with various departments to try and fix the damaged infrastructure. In fact, she joins me in studio tonight. Good evening to you, and thank you for your time. So we've been told, at least if the statement by City Power and the visit by the Human Settlements Minister and the COCTA MEC is anything to go by, that the damage to roads and infrastructure has been quite extensive across the province. What have you been able to find so far?
Thank you very much, and good evening to you, Kathy. We have visited different sites, and amongst others, this is a natural disaster, something that we are not prepared for as a province. And you'll understand some of the road network we have is as old as 100 years, and we have been trying to maintain some of the roads. And with this particular one, the Hendrick Potgieter bridge in Roodepoort, it's a big challenge, and we are calling upon the citizens and communities of Gauteng, in that part of Gauteng, not to use that road and follow our instructions to diverting of traffic. The area is very disastrous and very dangerous. We have thus far put together a team of engineers as well as a contractor who can help us rehabilitate that bridge. Unfortunately, it's something that will take a bit longer, and that road, if you check, a lot of the area, people who stays around that area are dependent on it to move from one place to the other.
So how long is long?
Long is 8 months, 6 to 8 months, according to the engineers on site. But what comforts us is that the team started working as early as yesterday night, and they will be working around the clock to ensure that we rehabilitate the bridge and make sure that the road is used again.
Are there any other areas in the province where you are seeing the damage of infrastructure to that extent? And I mean, if we're being completely honest here, the state of our roads in this province has not been great. It's been dismal. You know, those who live in this province have been complaining about the state of roads, potholes, just poor upkeep, I think, from the time of the pandemic right up until now.
You'll understand that the road network that we have in our province is a responsibility of the 3 spheres of government. So there's provincial roads, which is what we are responsible for as a Gauteng provincial government. There's municipal roads, which is what different municipalities are responsible for. Just parallel to this bridge, there's another bridge parallel to it. There is a JRA road. So it's a City of Johannesburg road. And Leona is not in a good condition, I can tell you now. And one of the things that we are doing as a provincial government is also to make sure that trucks don't travel there. And you understand also that there's also national roads. So we are responsible as a provincial government for only our roads. And in heeding the calls to people of Gauteng complaining of the state of the roads, what we have done as a provincial government, we came up with a program for road maintenance. And part of doing that is, you'd understand, there's regulations in this country. You spend where you own an asset. And what we have done, because many municipalities are struggling financially, is to put together a memorandum of understanding with different municipalities to can be able to, as and when we are doing our our provincial road maintenance, we are able to assist where we can as a provincial government. So we are also calling upon local government, those municipalities that have not signed the memorandum of understanding with ourselves, to join us and come and sign so that we help each other. We have a program called for road maintenance, and unfortunately we just appointed what we call RIFSA 1 and RIFSA 2, about 25 contractors, which will be each 5 per region, which will be responsible for road maintenance. And immediately after the collapse of Hendrick Potgieter, we could immediately go and source one of those to come and assist us. And like I say, engineers are on site assessing the damage, and the contractor is also on site. And that's why I could today be able to give you a timeline that they are thinking that by between 6 and 8 months they will be done with rehabilitating that bridge. So I agree, the state of our roads, but it's not our roads as the provincial government. Most of the roads,
some of them are
that has, some are ours, some are municipal roads, especially where you find potholes. It's municipal roads, and we have a program, we have an app for pothole fixing. We have a program called Smart Mobility, where we move around different townships, different municipalities and different roads to ensure that we fix those potholes. And we're calling upon to our communities to use the app, to use means of communications that our department has put in place for them to can be able to speedily put in their complaints. And we try hard, Kathy, to respond speedily to the community's complaints as an office, but also as a department.
Kedibone Diale-Tlabela is the Gauteng MMC for Transport and Logistics.